Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor Show YouTube channel. My name is Sensei Crypto. I do the charts. I have my Sunday show, which you're watching now. Every week, same time. We're going to discuss a lot today. Unfortunately, we have seen a terrible war break out in the Middle East. We're going to discuss how that's going to affect the markets. We're going to discuss the crypto markets, see if the people are going to flee to Bitcoin as a safe haven or gold, or we're going to have a look into that. We're going to have a look into the stocks. The market is obviously opening tomorrow. However, we can see a look into the futures market. It has just opened, so we'll have a look at that as well. But thank you for joining me. As always, leave any comments down below, which I'd love to answer your questions. Just a reminder, this is Martyn Lucas show. As you can see right now down here, he is on vacation, and I will be covering his streams this week as well. So do look out for that. I'll be doing the opening bell. It will be around an hour later, 10 minutes before the bell opens, and I'll also be doing the closing bell at the normal time. But this is the Sunday show. We'll do this every week, even if Martyn is here. So let's get into it. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so I was thinking maybe we could just quickly recap on the breaking news. So I'm going to play Sky News right now for you guys, just so you have an idea of what is unfolding currently. I'm going to rewind the Sky News about a minute or 2 minutes now, just to see what the breaking news are for the hour, and then we'll get into the show. So let me play this for you now.
This is Sky News at 9 o'clock. The headlines this evening. Up to 700 Israelis are dead after the unprecedented attack inside its borders, with Hamas fighters still active inside the country. The devastation after dozens of warplanes strike back into Gaza, killing 400 Palestinians and injuring thousands more. Amongst those killed, a British man who served in Israel's military. Another Briton who was at a music festival is reported missing. And the fears that the conflict could widen as 2 Israeli tourists are killed in Egypt. Rockets are fired from Lebanon, and the US announces a military deployment. The UK shows its support with all government buildings asked to fly the Israeli flag. Also tonight, digging through the rubble after an earthquake in Afghanistan that the Taliban says has killed almost 2,500 people. And Sir Keir Starmer gets ready to set out why he thinks voters should trust Labour at the party's annual conference.
Okay, so those were the headlines. I'm sure everyone has seen what has unfolded. We do have another war on our hands, as we've seen. It has been declared a war. We're not going to get into the politics of it all. We're going to see how we should best protect our money in this situation. Of course, our prayers, our hearts go out to all the people that have been affected on both sides of this. Any civilians, innocent people are dying on both sides, obviously, and we would wish peace upon both nations as soon as possible. So yeah, do let me know if you guys are here. Let me know your questions. I can put them up on the screen. So we've got a poll that Martyn's put up on Twitter. So do go and vote on that. Let's see what you guys have to say about it. Faith is here, Martyn Lucas is here. Tyrell says, hey there everyone, how will it affect the Fed? How will it affect the Fed? I don't think it will change what the Fed have to say for now. Obviously, if things escalate, then things can change. But as of this time, I don't think it will affect what the Fed have to say. But if we have a look at how the S&P, we'll leave crypto for a second and look how the stocks have opened. The pre-market. So, okay, let's go on the 1 hour. So this candle has just opened. We're not drastically down. We're not even down. We've actually opened. Oh no, this is Friday. This is Sunday. 10 o'clock. Okay, so we'll get an idea of where the stocks open in 45 minutes time. So we will have a look at that. Actually, I am wrong on that. Yes, so this is UTC time. So we'll have a look at it in the opening bell tomorrow. Do join me on that. We'll see how the stocks have opened. You can also have a look at the futures. I'm sure you can search up on the internet, or if you're using TradingView, you can type in US 500, and you can see it will be 10 o'clock UTC. So you can see down here the time right now in UTC is 8 o'clock. So that is in 2 hours time. I don't believe we'll be live, so we won't cover it live, but we'll definitely be live for the opening bell tomorrow. The time will be different. It will be 10 minutes before the opening bell starts. Okay, so unfortunately we can't have a look at that, but we can see what the sentiment is if we have a look at some... let's have a look at the Financial Times and see what they're covering for now. Israel death toll from Hamas attack tops 600. Palestinian deaths reach 413. So on both sides there is tragic loss. This was an interesting one for the UK news. We have seen that Metro Bank, if many of you might bank with them or know the bank themselves, they do have very lavish openings. They're very open plan banks, but they've there's a situation going on where they need help. They need financial help from and it looks like NatWest and Lloyds among rivals weighing bids for parts of Metro Bank. So we can see how the interest rates are affecting banks, and Metro Bank has is one of the ones that we can see in the UK is having financial struggles with the interest rates. I do believe there'll be many to come. I do believe in the US we'll see more of a banking crisis emerging within the next 6 months. Let's have a look at the comments. And thanks for joining me on this Sunday. I wonder why. Okay, yeah, thank you for joining me. This is the Sunday show. We do this every week. So if you are here with me, please do hit the like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. That does help a lot. I'd like to get a record number of likes on this stream that I've ever done. I think the best I've done is 45. So we'll see how many people join us. If we can get above that, that would be amazing. It shows me that you guys do want to see what I have to say. And I'm not wasting my time. So here we go. Let's see the comments. Tiro says there is some OTC indication on DAX, which is not heavily down. On Lang and Schwarzer, it is showing DAX at 15,150, which is negative 0.47, but it is just low volume and can get new dynamic tomorrow. Exactly, yes. Even if we did have access, let me sort out this. Even if we did have access to the S&P futures, the real volume will set in at opening bell, and that's what we're going to be covering. Liam Laffer says, prayers with all those affected by the war, money could flow into crypto potentially after this, maybe. Yes, so yes, definitely agree with you with the beginning prayers with all that affected by the war. Certainly, I share that thoughts with you, and I'm sure everyone here does. The second part of your question is crypto potentially, money could flow into crypto. Yes, it could, in terms of people want to move money around, and we did see with the Russian war. Initially, there was a gold went up, so did Bitcoin, because people wanted to move their money around and also have it as a store of value in those things. But I don't think there's as much money that needs to go into these safe assets. This war, as it's been happening, not the war exactly, but the situation has been happening for tens of years. So I don't know, 50, 60 years. So I think people have been prepared for this and are more used to it than rather than a Russian sudden invasion of Ukraine. I mean, it wasn't as drastic as that, even though it was a very quick surprise attack, and it caught the Israeli forces completely off guard. Financial stock market is closed today. Are you sure about that? I haven't. I don't think so. We'll have a look into that. I don't think so. Martyn Lucas says the markets open in 4 hours. 24-hour trading on Robinhood. Okay, yes. So I will be able to see the US futures in 2 hours. Robinhood might be slightly later, but then with Robinhood you do have the 24-hour trading. For anyone who's as lucky to have Robinhood like Martyn is, or anyone in the US. Craig, good evening, everyone. Good to see you back on your feet, Sensei. Yes, thank you very much. I have basically recovered from COVID. It was a rough week. I did recover a bit later than expected, but I am here now, so thank you. Bill's here. Hey, everyone. Martyn goes, markets are open tomorrow in the USA. I did think so. Thanks for clarifying that, Martyn. We will be live tomorrow. Bill goes, not available in Canada. Batteries not included. Okay, Bill, I don't know what you're referencing there. Martyn goes, welcome back. Glad you are now well. Back from COVID. Yes, thank you very much. I am well. I do not want to dwell on my COVID. There's much, much worse things going on in the world. I can't imagine what other people are going through. So let's move on from that. Craig says they're open at 12 a.m. Martyn on Robinhood. Okay. Bill goes, everything is closed here, government banks, etc. Oh, really? For what reason is that, Bill? And Martyn says they open at 7 p.m. CT, 1 a.m. UK. Yes, I will have access to the charts of the US 500 if I can show you here. If you see this line here, this is the next candle for the US 500, which shows the pre-market and aftermarket. The last candle was at 8 o'clock on Friday, UTC. The next candle will be at 10 o'clock UTC. That is in less than 2 hours. So we'll see what that is at the time. We might be live. This might be an extended show because of everything going on. Depends how many questions we get and how much you guys want to see what that open will look like. I did see Tia, I think it was Tia Roll said that let's have a look at the DAX, see if that is open. I can't see that. Might be looking at the wrong one. If you can give me a ticker symbol, that'd be good. Nope, I don't have access to that. Yes, I think everything will open in a couple hours. Yeah, we can also have a look at see if we can see any pre-market on CNBC. Yeah, so I don't think, unfortunately, if anyone knows anything, you can let me know and I can have a look at it. But I don't think there'll be a dramatic reaction to this. I do think if there is leveling up, which I will be watching news constantly, if anything does come in, I'll let you know. But for now, I don't think there is any major escalation. I have seen that the US have sent one of their biggest aircraft carriers with 5,000 personnel on board to the area. So that is, we'll see how that escalates. But I don't think the markets will overreact to it. But I do think we'll have a down week, and when if escalations do occur with other countries getting involved, then we can possibly see the sell-off of the S&P continue. Let's have a look at the S&P charts. Okay. So let's get into some charts. I'll quickly answer the last questions before we get into the analysis. Just look up Lang. Yeah, if you can send me the link on Discord, that would be brilliant. I did try and have a look at. Okay, so no. Yeah, if you could send me the link, I could possibly take a look. We've also got a comment from Fight Channel saying Monday is a banking holiday and the government is closed for Columbus Day. And Martin does let us know that it is not closed tomorrow. James 007 is back. Welcome, James. Lovely to see you here. Good evening, everyone. Happy you're feeling better now, Sensei. Thank you very much. Martyn Lucas goes, Columbus is not a national holiday, so thanks for clarifying. It's just for Canada. So we will be live tomorrow and the markets will be open. So we will see the reaction of the markets to this terrible war. Okay, so I did try to have a look at this, but it doesn't seem to be trading right now. So what we're going to have a look at is the S&P 500, analyze what happened last week and see what we're looking for this week. So on last week's show, we did discuss that there is this parallel channel going up. We are in this, at these levels down here, we're oversold. At the top of the lines, we are overbought within the parallel channel. So what we did this week is we came down, tested it, and we are back above. So we do not, and I want to be clear, we don't have a weekly close below this, meaning that the trend is still intact. We are technically just oversold on the weekly time frame within the parallel channel. When I say that, this I want to be clear, it's a bit of education. This is a parallel channel. If you're on the low part of the parallel channel, or basically touching the parallel line at the bottom, that's oversold within the parallel channel. If you're up here, then you're oversold within the parallel channel. This has nothing to do with the RSI. If the RSI is also oversold when you're at these levels, then that's a double indicator saying, okay, you are definitely oversold. But when I'm talking about it within the parallel channel, I'm not talking about the RSI. The RSI, in fact, is not oversold, and it's nowhere near being oversold within the weekly. However, in the daily, what you did get is when we broke down, the day you broke down and you were touching, you were also oversold. So that does give you an indication that you might not, even though you broke the channel on the daily. I personally look for a weekly break, so that's why I don't take any trades based off the daily. So I did not take a trade because we broke down, but I definitely wouldn't have, because we were also oversold on the daily on the RSI. So that's what I'm talking about when you see the two things you want to see, and you didn't see them. So you saw a breakdown, which is bearish, but you saw an oversold on the RSI. So you can't confirm that this is a good low risk area to take a short. Also, when you see a breakdown, you want to see follow through. The next day, there was no follow through. The day after, there wasn't any follow through. And in fact, on Friday, we invalidated the breakdown. So for now, we are still oversold within the parallel channel. There is no short to be taken at this point. Maybe next week we start breaking down and we'll have a weekly candle close, and then the level to look for. If we break down again, then we are probably going to test the 4,181 level, and then ultimately we probably will come down closer to the 4,000 level. Let's go back to weekly and identify a trade that I can see myself taking would be a short if we do break down, and the way I strategize that is, so you will take the short after you've had a weekly candle close below, or if I will be live all this week, so I'll be showing you exactly how I'm going to be trading the market. But for now, just to plan for this week, I want an idea of what I want to take, where I would like to take a short. The short would take place once we do break down, and my stop loss will be at these levels here. Let me draw a rectangle. The reason I draw a rectangle is people do like to take on different risks depending on how their trading is going and how much risk tolerance they do have. So let me... So it'll be something like that. I'm looking for a breakdown, and we did say that our first level is the levels for shorts can easily be taken, what level you want to take profit with just the fib retracement. You take it from the bottom to the high, and then you're looking for maybe a 50% retracement, and then you can also be looking at 61, and ultimately a deep retrace will take you to 3,700. So I would have three separate stop take profits. One would be there. One would take us over here. So it'd be something like that. You take profits at different levels. You do have to realize it's more likely, it's not more likely, but it is a 50-50 whether you get stopped out or not. But because you are your reward is higher than the risk, you can afford to be stopped out and move on to the next trade. It's better to protect your capital. So we're looking for a breakdown, and then we'll take the short. For now, there is no short in play, so I'll get rid of that. And we are at resistance, so we'll see how next week plays out. I do think the stock market will come down because of what is going on in the geopolitical situation. So I'm going to have a quick look and see if I have received the link from Tio, which he says he has sent. So I'll have a quick look at that. You guys back. So he's posted in links for YouTube. So anyone can still use the Discord to send in links. We will be having a look at the link Tio has sent in for us. So unfortunately it must be a country issue because this is all I get to see. I don't know if that's... Oh, here we go. It does say it's closed. So I do have the chart now. It says we're down 0.47. It says it's closed, so... Okay, so we might be down 0.5%, but that we'll definitely see the full extent of it in the opening bell tomorrow, and also when the S&P futures open up later today. Let's have a look at the comments. New low for SBC. Oh yes, we will have a look into SBC. And also James 007, do you think Coca-Cola stock may drop more over the next few weeks? Been thinking of buying some, but not sure if I should wait. Yeah, so we did discuss Coca-Cola last week, and we did say it's not a buy yet, but let's have a look at it now because it has had an eventful week, and we know Martyn has dedicated a significant amount of his portfolio to the stock. So we will have a look at Coca-Cola now, and we'll also look at SBCE. So that was the S&P we just looked at. I do want to make clear that I did come on the show and I showed you exactly this could be the top. And I said then, and I'm going to say again now, that doesn't mean this is the top for the recession that I do predict coming. It could just be a local top. But for now, we are treating it as the top. That's the if we are turning bullish, that's the one we have to take out. That's we're not going to see all-time. Obviously, we won't see all-time highs if we don't take that out. But it won't be bullish until we start putting in higher highs. Otherwise, this complete structure we put in is going to change into a bear market structure. So we have to now be aware, is this the time to really start getting out the stock market? Is this our last chance? So we will look at change of structure. I exited, I'd like to say 90% of my positions around this point. Amazon was gone. I even posted a short on Amazon. We quickly take a look at Amazon because that's gone down again this week. But a short on Amazon was taken. Our last chance of getting out. This was traded. The long was taken. The short is now taken. And I do post these. I'll show you where my trades, my personal trades. So it's simple. Okay. So first, I'm actually going to give you. We are 4 minutes away from being able to announce the. Actually more like 10 minutes away from being able to announce the winner of last week's show. We're doing the weekly giveaways, $10. Everyone can enter. It's very simple to enter. The odds of winning are quite high because we do get less of an audience and we only run it for a week. So what I do is every Sunday I give you 3 magic numbers, one around the beginning, which I should have given you about 10 minutes ago, but we'll give it to you now. This will probably be a longer show, so I do want to space them out. So there's no problem. We'll give you one now, and then I'll give you one in the middle, and then I'll give you one at the end. And what you do is add all 3 together, and then you input it on, I'll give you the link. You input it directly on my website or Martyn's website in the magic number spots. It tells you exactly how to enter, and once you put it in, you get yourself 100 tickets. There's also, if you open Martyn's newsletter, you've got the magic number there, and also there might be a few other ways to enter, so do have a look at the website. There's also the next competition. So when I tell you the numbers today, that will be for next week's competition. So do enter them later. I have already put them in. If you go on the free giveaway tab, that I post the link now, you'll see it just underneath. So you can just type in in the show. You can put it here. You can put Martyn's newsletter there. Retweet Martyn there. You get 25 points. Follow me on Twitter and join the Discord. You get 25 points. So that's already running. So you can enter it as soon as you get all 3 numbers. But this is last week's competition. You do still have 2 minutes to enter. If there's any way you do like to enter, please go ahead and enter. We'll be announcing the winner in about 5-10 minutes. There is, as you can see, the countdown is there, so we'll have a look at that. The way to see the trades I take is very simple. You can go visit my website. I explain to you what my services are. None of it's financial advice, as you can see here. It can help you reach your trading goals with comprehensive online course that is coming next year, as you can see here. How I'm personally looking to turn my £1,000 into £10,000. We do have Q&As. We'll have one-on-one support. I need to sort that out. Support, one-on-one support. There should be a space there, and a supportive Discord community. We do have a great premium Discord community. Also, so you've got the Discord. What I'll be offering to all the members is one-on-one calls. Whenever you like, you book it. You've got unlimited calls with me one-on-one. We can discuss your situation. Obviously, I won't be giving you financial advice. You can see some of the members what they have said. This is if you wanted to just book. I won't recommend doing it that way because it's much more expensive than just having a plan where you get unlimited one-on-one calls and help. There's still the discount code of 10k subs, which Martyn will give to the members. And that way you get, I think it's something like 3 days completely free, or 5 days completely free, and then you also get 3 months 75% off. So that's you basically get one-on-one calls with me for like £5 a call or £1 a call, depending on how many you decide to take. So do take advantage of that. It is a 7-day free trial as well. So yes, so that do look at that. There's a free content which just allows you to join the Discord. We'll sometimes post it. I haven't been as active because I've been unwell, so we'll have a look. But yeah, for my premium members, I do post all the trades I personally take. For example, that Amazon trade we just looked at. So let's go back to the trade and have a look at some more comments that are coming through. Yes, we will have a look at SBC and we'll have a look at Coca-Cola. Did we have the first magic number? No, we did not. The first magic number, the competition has now ended for last week, so I'll give you the first magic number. The first magic number is 255. So take a note of that. There'll be 2 more coming. This is an extended show. We're normally doing about an hour. Probably we might even do 2 hours to see how the stock market opens. So please do support the show and hit the like button. I haven't fully recovered, but I want to provide you guys with some content because this will be an eventful week and we need each other. So please do smash the like button. That really does help. And the first number is 255. Do take note of that. There will be 2 more numbers. You add them together, and as I showed you, you put it into the competition page. Also, open Martyn's newsletter. He sent that round. That has another way of entering. So please do hit the like button and subscribe. Okay, so winner is announced. Let me just read the other comments. New competition is running. Did we have the yes? Status closed is referring to the official DAX, while it's an index updated earlier today. Okay, thanks to you. We did have a look at it, down 0.5%. I'd prefer to see how the S&P opens, so we might have a look at that later. And as Martyn said, the winner has been announced. So let's go over to my website, and this is anyone can do this. You go on the giveaway page. Don't know if I don't have a drum roll, but we can play some music. Let's see who the winner is. Ends the 8th. Today is the 8th, and the winner is Craig. Congratulations. That is the winner. If you are in the chat, do let us know. I think you are. So please let us know. Congratulations. You are the winner. I do enjoy these weekly giveaways. It allows the chance for lots of different people to win. And $10 isn't a small amount. I mean, as Martyn said, he bought a house with his $1 donation. So $10 hopefully can go towards one of your investments or anything you like yourself. You can turn $10 into $100. Okay, so there you are. You are in the chat. So let me go back to the chat window. Congratulations, Craig. Is it Craig or Craig? Just if it's Craig, then just put a 1 in the chat. If it's Craig, then put a 2 in the chat. I don't want to keep getting your name wrong, but congratulations to you. So if it's Craig, put a 1. If it's Craig, put 2. I think it's Craig. Congratulations to you. We will sort out a way for you to send it. If you have an XRP address, that is my I do like to I can send it to you that way. If you have a Cash App, Craig, it's Craig. Okay, perfect. Craig. If you have Cash App, we can also send it to you that way. Just let me know how you want to send it. There will be an email sent to you just to confirm. I am 90%, 95% sure it is you, but we do have a lot of scammers come in. So reply to the email with your preferred way. Just let me know if it's Cash App or XRP in the chat, but also reply to the email saying, once we confirm with you what way is best to send it to you. Everyone congratulate Craig. You will love that. Congratulations. We'll give you one more. Should we give you some fireworks as well? I think you deserve some fireworks. There it is. Okay, you've got Coinbase. I can send you $10 on USDC, and then you can choose when to what you want to invest in yourself. Also, I can send it to you if you send me the XRP address, and then you can convert it to USDC yourself. Coinbase, just reply with the email your address. For XRP, it would be a wallet address as well as a tag. But also, if it's anything else, do let me know. Other coins might have some charges, so XRP is normally the cheapest way to send it. Cash App as well. So just reply to the email, the best way for us to, and we'll get that sorted for you. But congratulations, and the next competition is live, so the next winner will win $10 next Sunday. Very exciting. And Martyn does say, to confirm, winner must reply. Yes, that's how we do it. It's we keep it very tight on security. Reply to the email. That's how it always happens. That's how we continue to do it. Okay, so we've got two requests. One is SBCE. We will have a look at now. Let me have a quick look. How many likes do we have on the show today? We are already 36 minutes in. We normally would be finishing in 20 minutes. 17 watching, so it is a quiet show tonight. We only have 18 likes. So if you haven't liked already, please do to get some more people in here. It's a very quiet show tonight. Okay, wow. Yeah, this is Coca-Cola. So we did identify that not much was going on. It was just lower highs, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and another lower high. It just meant distribution. It's the opposite of Bitcoin dominance. It's the opposite of. It's the same as Ethereum against Bitcoin. We've seen the structure a lot. There's just not a whole lot of coming. It's a rounding top. If you flip the chart, what that is it's just accumulation. You can see it's just higher lows, and it's more buyers are coming in every time. So the issue now is you don't want to break the support. Let's look at it. I like to flip the chart so I don't have any bias. And what's happening right now is you're at this level of support. At this point, it's resistance. If you break through the resistance, your next sort of levels are then 48, and then 41, and then the COVID lows at 36. But you have to keep in mind you haven't broken them yet. You've actually, right now, it looks like a top candle because you've got this wick and you've closed at support. So it looks like you are at resistance, meaning you probably come back down. So let's go back to the normal chart. We just invert it again, and as you can see, buyers have come in. They have held this level. It's too early to say if it is going to continue going down, but it's not too early to say that this has been regarded as support. You haven't broken this key level dating back from the 2019 highs, the November of 2020 highs as when it was resistance. Then it was support in 2020, October of 2021, November of 2021, October of 2022, and now you're back at it. So we'll regard it as support until we are told otherwise. We are like yes. So what we're looking for now is to hold this level. We're hoping we will get a bounce next week. As you can see on the weekly, it is oversold. And when the week did actually close on Thursday, it was even more oversold than the COVID crash. But the week closed, and we are not as oversold as the COVID crash, but as you can see, very, very oversold compared to the COVID crash. We are as oversold as 2008, the financial crash, more oversold than 2004. And yeah, we can go back in the past, but for now we can just see that we are definitely oversold on the weekly. And if you look at the daily, we will probably also definitely oversold, yes. More oversold than actually the COVID crash on the daily, even though we had that massive wick in the COVID crash. Right now on the daily, we're so much more oversold than the COVID crash. You look at the 3-day, that's another time frame I like to look at. You are also oversold, but not as much as the COVID crash. So you are looking at a bounce here. If we have a weekly candle below, then we might go lower, but that's just a lot of people like the stock, and I do think it's something that everyone should have in their portfolio. Coca-Cola is here to stay, but at levels at 65 or 59, I wasn't happy to buy it, but maybe this is the point where you start DCAing in, or start getting in. Everyone has their own strategy, but for me, we are at support. It's a buying opportunity. Let's have a look at SBC, because that was the other request. Okay, so SBC, you have to really zoom in, as you can see how much we have come down. Go on the daily. For some reason, I can't see any of my chart, but that's not too big of a problem. SBC. Oh, we were on a different exchange. Okay, here we go. Let's move this support, extend it a bit. Okay, so we did have a bounce on Friday. We were up 3.7%. On Thursday, we did close green. Could be a double bottom. Could have a bounce to $2 next week. We aren't breaking further down. I'll be concerned when we start taking out these lows. $1.50 will probably come into 150 and then maybe break down 150 and go to $1 if we start breaking down next week. So we have to keep a close eye on it. If we start losing structure, if we start invalidating this sort of double bottom higher, I mean, it's better when it's a double bottom and you've got a higher low here. You start invalidating that and coming down to 158, you're putting in new lows and you're probably going to take out, you might even go below that 150 level we've been talking about. But for now, it's a higher low double bottom. We're looking for continued upside to around the $2 level, which is the next sort of point of resistance at this point. I am still optimistic that we will see a bounce to the $2 level. We haven't broken down. We buyers came in, they defended the level. We've now got a double bottom in play. So what I think will happen, obviously SBC is so volatile, you can't trade too much with it. You have to be very careful and you have to be willing to take on a lot of risk. Let me use a different highlighter maybe. So what we've got here is, that's not a good color. That's not a good color. Is there a better way I can do this? Let's try. We can try with an arrow maybe. So we've got. That's not good either. Okay, so I'm just going to do it with a brush. Maybe there's a way to make the brush a bit thicker. So we've come down, we went higher, and we've come in for that double bottom. It's a bit higher, so what I'm expecting is a W structure where we do come out and it'll come to a level like this. So you can see we've come down, we went up a bit, we've come back down, double bottom / higher low, and I'm expecting to come down back to this level of resistance, which will be around here, or it could be anywhere in this region. So let me make it clearer. It will be somewhere around here. You get the idea. I mean, if I draw a rectangle, it'll be much easier for you guys to be able to see where that level is, which I'm about to talk about is here. You break out of here, I'm expecting, so that's your first level of resistance. I am expecting to get to at least 183 next week if we don't have a massive stock market. So if we get a stock market sell-off, then sorry, SBC is going down. But if we go sideways, go up, and this is what I'm expecting from the SBC, at least 183. And then you're looking for a trade of, so you could possibly be long right now, even open up a position if you come down to just test that 161 level. And then you're looking for a retest and then that $2 level. This is where you can take a short, take out some of your position, but this is what I guess I'm looking for. And if you're staying bullish and you're sort of going to stay around this $2 and then move up, and then when you take that retest, that's when you can take a long. So we'll cover this. We'll probably see something like this play out this week, even if the market goes sideways. So there's a higher chance the market's going to go sideways or go up. So there is a higher chance we're going to see this go down. If the market does go down, which is one possibility, and goes down in a large way, which will take the rest of the market down with it, then you're looking to just try and buyers come in and just try and hold these levels around 158. And another entry where you can take this long is if we do have an initial sell-off on Monday or something like that. If you see that we're holding this level here, then that's a place you can take along, because you can take such a small amount of risk. If you look into how you would take a long in that position, I'll quickly show you. A long position would look like would very easily just look like an entry around that position and a stop loss below the last stop loss, maybe a cent below at 157, entry at 161 or 162, and you're looking at your first target where we showed you that you'll at least be coming to the 185, or your next take profit would be around here. And if I take these trades, I show you exactly what levels on that private Discord, but I'm showing you what I would do. I want to give you guys as much free information as I can. I mean, I'm literally giving you how I would strategize it myself, but I think it's nice to have a small group of people in the Discord that want to take advantage of that, and also take advantage of the one-on-one calls. So let's have a look at the comments. One second. I am just trying to keep this monitor on its closing. If you give me 2 seconds, guys. So that's sorted. So yeah, let's have a look at the comments again. I mean, this show is trying to be as engaging with you guys as possible. So it's all about what questions you guys have. Replied Martyn. Oh, thanks, Mike, again for your message. Replied Martyn, mate, just having a look, trying to figure out how to send a crypto address. Send the address and tag an email. Oh, brilliant. If that's XRP, that's brilliant. I'll send that to you over as soon as the show ends. Martyn will share that with me, and we'll get that to you ASAP. Okay, so let's see how many people are watching the show. We have 24 watching and only 18 likes. So there is people joining us. People have seen that we are live. If you have come in, smash the like button. We are running the giveaway. I'll give you the second magic number in about 25 minutes. If we get the numbers up, if we get the likes up, if we get people just start spamming in the chat something like SBCE, and we'll look at I have just showed you how I'm going to trade at SBC tomorrow. Let's get the engagement up, and we might be able to stay live to see how the S&P market futures open, if that's what you want to see. But for that, I'd like to see we're on 20 viewers and 18 likes. So do hit the like button, and we'll see if we are going to stick around. I won't promise that yet, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, so this is your chance to let me know what you want to have a look at. But let's go through the market. So MicroStrategy closed 5% up on Friday. Coinbase closed 5% up. Yes. Chainlink is up on the day. I actually want to have a look at the stocks. We then also saw Lyft up 8%, Pinterest up 4%, SBC up 3.7%. We also saw Rivian up 3.5%, Meta up 3.4%. If you guys are here, I want to see who is here. Just type in what you want to have a look at. Let me know you're here. Let me know what your thoughts are for next week. Anything at all. I'm here to engage with you guys. So Meta is up 3.5%. I bought the Meta Quest 3, which is the virtual reality glasses. That will be arriving on Tuesday or something like that. But yeah, it did look like it was a good release, and it has Meta has been moving up. Meta for me is not a buy, just because it was a buy here. I can't bring myself to buy it at this point. We already took the trade. Me and Martyn together actually took the trade. Not as in the same portfolio, but we both discussed it live on the channel and declared our buy for it. As you can see, when you see a company which is so big like Meta below its 2020 March lows, then that's opportunity. And there wasn't not many big companies were below it, and that was any point here was a great buy. Baba I don't really like. Chinese stock, nothing too important. Shopify up 2.8%. I'm gonna have a switch this to the weekly so we have a better view. Disney is being hammered once again. Big company approaching 2020 lows. I know there's a lot of controversy around Disney. I don't quite like what's going on, but it's not going anywhere. It's at the 2020 lows. I believe it gives a dividend. No, it doesn't at the moment. It doesn't seem like it. Earnings in November the 8th. Yeah, I mean, does that look like a buy? Let's have a look. So let's look at specific levels. So this is important. The 2014 high, then it's the 2014 low, 2020 low. I think you'd have to bring it up a little bit. It's sort of more of a level to incorporate that 2022 low. So it is at a level. There's not very many big horizontal levels for Disney. I guess this would be your first. And especially this is where the buyers came in 2020. So this is definitely a level mainly because of that. RSI on the weekly is in a bearish control zone, not oversold. How's it been performing on the week? Is this a sudden sell-off? Not really. It's a slow and steady sell-off. RSI is not oversold, so it definitely gives room for it to go down. Yeah, it's more like it's just a slow and steady going down, really. It's more, I guess it's not really a trade. It's more of a, if you like the company, yeah, this is the point. Definitely a point of at least starting to DCA. Some of these companies are coming to levels to start DCA. I don't think, for example, for me, Tesla isn't at a point where I started to DCA. Apple isn't. Microsoft isn't. We'll have a look at their charts, but for me, this is somewhere where I'd start DCAing into. Personally, this is just how I like to trade. GME, we won't even talk about it. Fiverr, we spoke about last week. It's a place to start DCAing this company for me, based on levels, based on how the company operates. So Microsoft, not for me. Not as in, it's not a place I'd like to start DCAing. It's nearly at all-time highs. I don't see much value here. It feels like it's March 2020 lows. It would be trading 60% down. So you know what I mean when I say it's definitely undervalued when some of these big companies are at these 2020 lows. But obviously Microsoft has had that AI boost and other things have gone off. But for me, I'm not buying any companies near all-time highs right now. If it came down to 215, that's maybe where I start DCAing. But I don't mind missing out on Microsoft. Affirm is down. Netflix was another example of something that came close to its. Where was this? Wow. Normally it's very easy to identify where the March 2020 lows were. But not very easy for Netflix. So that's what the March 2020 lows. once again, obviously Netflix reacted well with that, as lots of did afterwards, but it didn't have a big initial move down. I guess because investors saw opportunity with Netflix more than other things. But yeah, that came down below it. Opportunity was created. So right now, Netflix, not for me. Robin Hood. Good news is you're putting in higher lows. Break of structure. I wouldn't like to see that. But yeah, I'm not invested in Hood. Google. Once again, it's too high for me. It's just not for me. 105 is my first level. And then my next level will be $77. So 105 is when I'll start moving in. ARK Invest. It's a good ETF to get into right now. As you can see, it's really at some decent support, some decent levels. This is where I'd start DCAing into ARK. Nasdaq is retested some support. It is looking a bit stronger than the S&P. But that can change very quickly. You break 14,400, you're probably going down to 11,000 or 12,000. And okay, I think we got some news on. We got some news with how we're going to send the money. So thanks for sending that through. Sent the tag in the email. Smash the like button. Craig says, brilliant. Please do. That really does help. Liam Luffy says, looks like a decent trade. I think that was regarding SBC. Thank you. Well, we'll see how it goes. It's all about strategizing and looking at sort of low risks and minimize loss. It doesn't matter if we miss it, but as long as we're not really losing 1%, 2% of our portfolio. And portfolio, I mean, of the actual trade. Let's say you're putting $100 in, if you lose $5, you can live with that. Liam Laffy says, what are your thoughts on Amazon? They had a satellite launch on Friday that was successful. Yeah, but their operations aren't that big. It's not a massive part of their business, is it? We'll have a look at it though. Martyn Lucas, email received, XLP details sent to Sensei. I'll send that to you straight after the show, Craig. Congratulations again. Let's get some music for Craig again, because we've got his name wrong a few times, and it's a bit dull right now. The mood's down, so let's get some music. So congratulations again. Senor Polito Holt says, I'm watching Sensei, just relaxing. I'm out of everything at the moment until I figure out the market. It's so unpredictable at the moment. Yeah, I agree. It's too unpredictable. If you have doubts, better to be sitting on cash. At least you won't be losing it that way. I mean, one part of money is just keeping it at least. I mean, some people struggle to do just that. And then you have no part investing if you can't even not lose your money. Let's see. What would you say about BAFS, big chemical company, and looking quite low? We'll have a look at it just on watch list. Craig Fireworks, he loves it. Congratulations. Yeah. So please keep talking in the chat. Let's get the chat rate up. If we can all copy and paste. Congrats, Craig. I want everyone to do it. This is the first time I've asked anyone on my stream to do anything. So please copy and paste, because he was a winner of the, last week's giveaway. There's another giveaway coming up, and I will give you the magic number in about 15 minutes, the second magic number. So everyone copy and paste, please. I want to see everyone doing it, and then we'll get some more St. Patrick's Day music going before we look at. Let's have a look. Keep it up. Is Tyrrell suggests BAFS. BASF. I think it's India. Is it on the Indian stock market? I'll have a look at it. Yes, but no one else is doing it, so let's do it, and we'll get the music going. and then we will see if we can stay until another hour. So I might do a 2-hour stream just to see how the stock market opens. Let's see how many people are watching. Let me refresh. 19 watching, 21 likes. That's good. So let's see if we can all congratulate Craig on his winning. In the meantime, I'm quickly going to look at this company for tier roll. I'm not going to look at the financials, just the technicals. 1999, it's just been in higher lows, so it seems like it's obviously profitable, making money, investors are happy, there's more market participants at every single level. You're at a level where it's the 2018 high, and also the lows of 2022, and also the lows of 2023, and highs of 2021. So if I draw that as just a simple, everything can be as simple as just a rectangle, just to see specific levels. You're at this level now. The only concern I see on this chart is the sudden price movement. If price moves suddenly down, it normally moves suddenly up. And you can see this range here is practically is quick up, down, up. You manage to keep this area as support. Even though you broke down, sellers didn't come in straight away. So what you're looking for is not to break 2,364. Yes, we got a couple congratulations. Keep them all coming. Let's get some music for the congratulations. So yeah, this is the level you're looking for. What else can I say about this? I mean, you're putting in lower highs. I mean, let's look at the daily or the 2-day. Yeah. I mean, the trade will be taken when you sort of break out. So what you're looking for really is something like sideways action, down, up, and then you're looking for a breakout, and then that's ultimately what you're looking for with your first take profit at 3,400, then the all-time high. But yeah, you want to break. You wouldn't take a trade before you break out of there, and you're looking to keep this as a support. So it's a very tight range. The tight range is this area here. You want to stay here within this area, and then you're looking to break above this area. You don't want to break below this area. That's based on just pure technicals, nothing fundamental really about it. Okay, we'll keep going through Amazon. Yes, we're going to have a look at, as I mentioned before, Amazon was one of the trades. It's to make sure I keep that fairly. Actually, I'll keep it where it was before, because this is one of the trades I have taken on my Discord. We're close to taking that first take profit, but it's a big company, so it can take some time. For me, I'm just bearish on Amazon. I mean, there's this once again, once you start listening to my streams and seeing what I'm looking for, you'll get an idea of what I'm looking for. So maybe you start identifying it yourself on charts. Again, this is very similar to Bitcoin dominance as the opposite, meaning Bitcoin dominance is probably going up. Ethereum against Bitcoin, how it is now, because it's probably coming down. We just saw it on the chart of, I forgot, but we literally just saw it on, I don't know, but this is just a rounding structure. If anyone can remind me where we just saw this, that'd be great. But it's more just, even you can see here, we saw on Coca-Cola, I think it was, but it comes in different shapes and sizes. So on Coca-Cola, it's much more obvious because you're coming sort of, it's lower high, so it's just, you can see. But this one you're putting in sort of higher highs, but not really high lows. You're just stuck in a range. So that doesn't give you any opportunities to take long. So you're not really in this market at this point. But then when you break the specific support, which you have kept retesting, you broke it once, it was a false breakout. You broke it, then you didn't get the follow through, so it went back up again. But you broke it again, but then you finally got the follow through, and then you got the follow through. But if you missed the trade, it's fine, because you might have thought, okay, it might just be another false breakdown. You missed the trade, okay, you got your final opportunity here. You came and tested that support. It's turned into resistance. You're out, and then you got the big move down. Then you got the move from 146 to 81. Then you saw bullish divergence. You're back in maybe. And now you're back at that resistance. So that's why I've taken the trade as a short. It's a very key level. You can see it's been how many times it's support. Not much of anything, but it held the level. It came back up very quickly when it broke down. Then it was definite resistance with that tweezer top candle there. And now you've come in, you've tested it. So that was an area where you could have got into the trade. Even taking profits if you liked, and then you've got that re-entry. You've got another chance to add to your position or take a position or get out the stock. If you don't like shorting, you can just sell your position. And that's when I came on the show and I said I am bearish on Amazon. I think Martyn asked the question either here, it was in 14th of September, or July, thinking of selling his Amazon, and I was very vocal in the chat about saying I probably would. And I think he has since sold his Amazon. So I think first target's 120, next target's 93, and we might see $80. But once again, you can see we came down to that 2020 low. You see these big companies at 2020 lows, that's opportunity, not when these big companies are all-time highs. When these big companies are at 2020 lows, it's just a great marker. You see where it was there. Is it doing more? Is it still growing? Is it in a better situation than it was when everything suddenly crashed? Yeah, okay, let's take a position. Another identifier is just looking at the 2020 lows. Rail, have a look at that. Apple, once again, that's too high for me. It's basically it put in all-time highs the other week. I'm not saying something like Apple's going to go down to $50, but I am saying Apple could come back and test the lows it put in only last year at 126. It's just not for me at these high levels. It might keep running. I don't think it will, but it might do. But I'd rather be out and look at other opportunities. Coca-Cola we've had a look at. We saw, again, this is what we were looking at. It was a structure where you're putting in lower highs. So this is much more obvious than the Amazon. You're putting in lower highs. There's less market participants. You're rounding off the top and then you're dropping. The issue of Coca-Cola is it's not at its 2020 low, so it's not at the greatest level as we've seen on other big companies, but it's Coca-Cola. It's a company that's going to be here for a while, so there's nothing wrong with starting to buy Coca-Cola. And when you look at it, it is at support, so that's a level to hold. If it breaks down, then okay, you just keep DCAing. This is the first level I'll start DCAing. 10-year yields are up. US 500, we'll hopefully take a look at. We've looked at the S&P already. Is this open yet? No. Berkshire Hathaway has been coming down recently. Might be a double top sort of situation where we come back down to the next. Yeah, I wouldn't be buying Berkshire Hathaway. We've broken sort of this higher. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's not something for me because I don't like buying lots of stocks where they're so close to their all-time highs. J&J has also got this structure where it's just, once again, you can see it's all this chop and lower highs and rounding top. For me, this is your last key level. It's this support. I mean, you treat it as support until it breaks, but for now, if this does break, J&J can come back to its 2020 lows at 108, but 30 would have to sort of come down to 132. So for me, J&J can have, as soon as it breaks this level, it can come down 13-14% very quickly. Tesla, for me, again, it's not. If we take out this high, if we put in a higher high, then we might go up higher to 300. But I don't even think we're gonna get above 278 really. So it's not for me. 208 is my first buy. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I'm not going level at a time. 200 is first. I was about to say 120, but that's just me thinking recession on its way, and that's where I want to pick up Tesla. That's the number I have in mind for myself, where I really want to stock up on some Tesla. But But for example, Tesla, you're not going to get it at its 2020 lows. You're not going to get it at $22. That's not a company. The dollar index has been it's its first week down. We did see this. So let's have a look at the dollar. Important to see if the dollar goes up. Not many people want to be in the stock market. They want the dollar strong. People are fleeing to the dollar instead of, they don't mind holding cash. So the dollar itself is been going up a lot. But if you go back to, I think it's 2019. No, it's so it's 2014. It's the only other time where we saw 12 weeks of upside, exactly 12 weeks. It started in July, which is where this rally started. It went up and it stopped in the week starting the 6th of October, which is exactly where we are now. So we've had that massive upside. We had 2 weeks of correction, and then we went up another 18%. So let's have a look at this. So you see it sort of started either in July really, and you've gone up 8%. So if we look at it now, it started in July and you went up 7.5%. Then exactly in the second week of November, it's the second week of October, you started going down, and we've had a first candle. So we could have another week down, and then you're looking at going up and putting in new sort of local highs for the DXY, which would correspond with probably the equity market coming down. So it's something to keep an eye out for. Lucid is just probably going to put in new all-time lows this week. Marlin is also, well, I can't even see it. Tilray, nothing special, probably coming to, I think we were looking at this one and we said we're definitely not buying it until it closes this gap at 173. I'm going to give you a second magic number now. The second magic number is 7465. So that's the second magic number. Number 2 is 7465. 7465. Did you get that? So that's the second one. I'm going to give you one more in about half an hour, and you add them all up, and win $10 next week. Okay, so thank you all for the likes. It is a quiet stream. I don't think many of you were expecting me to go live because of my because I had COVID this week. We will be live all of this week apart from Wednesday, opening and closing bell. I'll be going live 10 minutes before the opening bell tomorrow. That's a definite show you need to join me for. And then we'll have the closing bell normal time. Same on Tuesday, nothing on Wednesday. Then we have Thursday and Friday, and then we have my next show on Sunday. So that would be exciting to see how the stock market actually reacts tomorrow to the news. Let's have a look at Liam Laffy says, Stephen Lewandowski, hello, welcome to you. Liam says, is Rocket Lab a buy in your opinion? Let's have a look. Okay, so we're looking at Rocket Lab. We can see the level of support we have drawn out is around $4. So you might come up to $5 just to fill in this gap. We are bottoming out, I guess, for me personally, because I'm not that invested in the whole space sector. I mean, I do like what SBC does. I don't have enough knowledge about what Rocket Labs does, so I'm not that for me, it will just be a technically based, and it will just be around these lows that I think will definitely come revisit at some point. So I'll be much happier buying it around 380. I don't mind missing out on this company, but you might come up to $5 in the short term because there's this gap here, and stocks like to fill in gaps, and you do have another one at $6, but I do think we'll probably come to this region here. As you can see, we have come and seen it many times before. So for me, it's not a buy for me. So we have turned off members only mode, so if any other subscribers want to ask any questions, please go ahead. This is open to everyone now. Obviously we'll always focus on the members, but I'm completely fine answering everyone's questions right now. We do normally have to limit it to members only, but because this is a Sunday night, there's a lot going on in the world right now. We don't have as many people in the show. Let's have a look at oil. Oil did come back down. It's below key support, which is good for inflation. Gold is down. So this is Bitcoin dominance, if you want to see what I was speaking about. What you see here is like the opposite of what we've been seeing on some charts. It's this whole not much going on, stuck in a range, accumulation, and now we're breaking out, and I'm expecting you've broken the support, and I'm expecting Bitcoin dominance to come back up to sort of 54%, maybe even 60%. But then if you look at Ethereum to Bitcoin, you can see sort of the opposite going on, where you have this rounding structure, lower highs, lower highs. I'm expecting that to come at least down another 15%, and then this area which I've marked in green is the area where I think Ethereum will be undervalued. If we just look at the Bitcoin chart, which we haven't looked at, it still is Bitcoin is, yeah, it's an uptrend, but let's look at one of my other charts. Yeah, you're sort of at this resistance level. I'm not too bullish on Bitcoin right now. Ethereum versus the dollar probably looks even worse. Yes, it does. You can see I've got a short trade on it. You do, as soon as you break this higher low structure, you probably will come down to 1500 in a matter of hours. We do have another suggestion from Liam, which says SoFi. We'll have a look at that, and don't worry about the suggestions. I don't mind. I like looking at these charts. SoFi. Okay, so you're at support. You broke down. There was not enough bears in the market to push it down. Let's see exactly what that level was. Yeah, it was the top of this. Yeah, so this is again sort of accumulation, break up, trade can be taken. So yeah, SoFi for me, you're still in the range. Bears try to take you down, and that's why follow through is so important. You can't just trade based on breaking below. You have to see confirmation and follow through. But for now, SoFi targets are $9, then $11. So SoFi is in a buy zone. So that looks better than the other one. James W7 Sensei, what are your views on UNG? Yeah, it's at a level where, yeah, it's bottoming out, isn't it? Yeah. As soon as you break the area here, you're probably going to have a sudden move upwards. Winter is coming as well, so yeah. For next week, it's a very short term. I don't really trade very short term. I like to trade within like 2-3 months, or however long it takes for it to play out, really. For that, you really sort of look at smaller time frames. It's already broken down, so you can probably come and retest sort of the $3 level, and then move up. There's not much above you. $3.6 is probably a first, so you could even suddenly pop up to 3.5 this week. maybe. Okay, so I'm going to give you a last. There isn't enough people for me to stream until the stock market does open, but we will be up. And by stock market, I mean the pre-market. But we will be live 10 minutes before the opening bell tomorrow, so we'll have a look at it then. We might see a break of this structure tomorrow. We'll see. We shall see. I'm going to give you a final magic number now. Which is 9876. So your last number, you add this one to the other two I've already given you. 9876, you add that with the other two numbers, and you will be able to input that into the magic number on my website and Martyn's website, and you will have a good chance of winning $10 next Sunday. So let's take that off the screen. That's the last magic number. Let's see if there's any breaking news at all. If you have just joined us, please hit the like button. We're not going to reach the 46 max we've hit. I have been off, so people don't know the show's going on. It has been a difficult weekend for lots. So let's have a look at just some other news. Let's see if I'm going to show you Martyn's Twitter. We'd like to see what's going on there. Please vote in a poll. Do you think that the markets will crash tomorrow? So, we see the full tweet here. Do I think the markets will crash tomorrow? I am going to vote. Let me just reply saying, not in the USA. We don't want any false information going out. Do I think it's going to crash tomorrow? Undecided. I am undecided. I think it probably will come down. I don't think it will crash. Martyn has sent out your newsletter, so please have a look. They'll have, I think it has a magic number in there as well. I think it does, so please do input that. It gives you extra chances. Martyn is still active on Twitter, not as much as before, but do definitely follow him. I'm going to give you the link because he's on holiday, so it's the best time to just keep up and see if he does any trades and what he thinks of the markets. That's his. Craig says, what is the second number, Sensei? The whole point is you won the competition. You know how it works. I can't repeat it. It's just we give it to you at different parts of the show. If I can try and remember, we probably gave it to you about an hour, just maybe like 50 minutes into the show, if I can remember correctly. So you can always rewind it and have a look. See if this is the Bitcoin halvening. We've got 200 days. This is why I started doing the show, to build up an audience, because it will get really exciting when we get close to the halvening. And also around now we might see some good opportunities to buy some altcoins. We can see the volume is quite low for the 24 hours, but not that low for a weekend. 17 billion. The market cap of the full crypto is still above $1 trillion. I'll probably see that go down below $1 trillion and probably 10 trillion in the next few years once we see a top. The Financial Times, let's refresh, see if there's any breaking news. That's refreshing now. You can see this is a satellite image. This is the page for the giveaway. So today's giveaway did end. and another one has opened, so you can input the number. You can now actually input the number. It would be the one below here. So someone has already inputted some numbers. You've got 7 days to enter, and there's actually a few more ways to win. So you can 100 tickets for just that magic number, Martyn's newsletter, 50 tickets, retweets, follow me on Twitter and Discord server. You can also see it on Martyn's website, and yes, let me see if there's anything in Sky News. If anything developing, this is an independent Twitter Spaces which has been covering it the whole time. We might see a war within the Middle East, it seems. Let's see if there's any other news. Hamas announces they're targeting Israeli International Airport with 150 rockets. There are 2 large Polish military planes landing in the airport. Any rockets hitting those planes could be seen as an international incident. If there's something like this happens, this is terrible. If this is live 8 minutes ago coming out. Terrible scenes we're seeing coming out. It seems like they're being intercepted, these missiles. 27 minutes ago, footage of Israeli Iron Dome in action. Yeah, it is taking down a lot of these missiles. Reports of shooting on the Lebanese border. So if this escalates into a war, then definitely we'll see a war outside of just Palestine and Israel. I'm not talking proxy by people sending in. It's more if other nations do get involved directly, then that's when we'll see a massive. Then that's when a proper war will be declared, and we'll probably see a massive sell-off in the markets. Demonstrators rally in New York City to support Palestine following recent Hamas attack. So yes, there's both sides of this. So yeah, we are seeing. I think the major one we saw was that they are now targeting the international airport. So we'll see how this develops overnight, and we'll look back at the news tomorrow. But we are coming up to the end of the show, and let's see what other comments we have. I must have been making a brew, Craig said. Yeah, so because there is... it will probably be 50 minutes into the show. You'll probably be able to tell because it's on the screen, so when you pan through YouTube, you might be able to see. So good luck to you trying to find that. I can't do it otherwise. I'd love to. I was about to give you the second number again, but I just can't. Otherwise, people will ask all the time, and it's not fair. So, okay, my Coca-Cola buy was not only... my Coca-Cola buy was not only... This is a comment from Martyn Lucas. Obviously, this is Martyn's channel. You all probably know that here I'm on he's on holiday, so I'm doing the show today. But I will always do the Sunday show, so get used to my face because I'm doing this every Sunday. But Martyn has commented. He is on holiday, but he has tuned in, so let's see what he's saying. My Coca-Cola buy was buy not only was it a good buy and also the best protection of my portfolio, being undervalued, dividend king plus defensive. Think this is the way forward now. Yes, yeah. So what Martyn's referring to is he bought a lot of Coca-Cola this week, and what he's saying is, even before this war was announced, he wanted to be defensive. There was a time to start being more defensive in your portfolio because we've seen a top, we've seen it coming down. We can see that it's going to be a long time of just high interest rates and not much going on. So he wanted to be in defensive, but then he saw a real opportunity come when Coca-Cola started. If we just look at how it suddenly just keeps coming down. And if you look on the weekly candles, it's been going down for, this is the wrong, let's go on the New York Stock Exchange. It suddenly comes down around 15% in about seven weeks or so. So it's a defensive stock at a key level. Sudden move down. This is what you're looking for. Maybe because Martyn will look to trade out if we have a sudden bounce up, but I do believe Martyn's trying to build a much more defensive portfolio at the time. It's undervalued. He likes the dividends, and it's defensive. Bought $15,000 of Coca-Cola with profits over this year of 25%. Yeah, so we've seen Martyn's portfolio. We saw that he had 40% profits with Amazon, for something like the same with Apple and Microsoft. So even though they might have come down a little bit to sort of 30%, there were still profits. And what Martyn decided to do was take those profits and buy something which isn't at all-time highs. As I just showed you on all the charts, I was like, I'm not comfortable buying Amazon now. I'm not comfortable buying Microsoft or Apple because they're so close to all-time highs. Coca-Cola isn't. Coca-Cola is doing the opposite. It's coming back down to some local lows. So he's had profits in them, and now he's putting it into something a bit more defensive, something that's required in the market space we are at now, to something a bit undervalued, whereas those were overvalued. So profits are now. I mean, there's always risk, of course. So like Coca-Cola, it could break this level and we can come down. Maybe another, I don't know, 7%. A recession comes, we can come down another 20%. But it's putting it where the other stocks can come down a lot more. And I'm sure if it goes down further, money coming in each month, you can keep DCAing in. So please do your own research and choose what you want to buy yourself. Don't just listen to us. Let's see the comment. It's down not for a bad reason, but the type of investor who owns this sold out not for bad reasons, but reasons bonds look better. It then drops by default. Long term looking very good. Yeah, exactly. I mean, people see opportunity other places, and now we see opportunity in different places. So it's just a cycle, and that's how it happens. And as investors, we look for these sudden sell-offs, we look at buy zones, we look at what we think is the right type of stock to be invested in at the right time, and this is a decision we've made. Many dividend stocks down there. Yeah, a lot of dividend stocks down because you can obviously get that, you can make money with bonds a very safe way, but it's not only a dividend that Coca-Cola provides, it is growth. I mean, you look at it, it has always been growing. There is times where it can just go sideways, but if you can protect your cash, and then you can use Coca-Cola as a fund of cash when you start, if you want to start investing in more high risk things or different growth companies. So there's different ways you can look at it. Everyone has their own strategy, but for me, when I just look at Coca-Cola from a trading spot, it's oversold. It's at support, and we'll see if that changes. We are coming to the end of the show, so please do let me know if you have any other questions. We will see. Let's have a look at this. It is identical to Pepsi, shows you it's not stock related. It's the same type of investor. Yes, exactly. I mean, we can have a quick look at Pepsi. Yeah, as you can see, Pepsi has dropped off. Coca-Cola's at a better value. It's at Pepsi looks like it's got a bit more downside, but yeah, I mean it's exactly basically the same, isn't it? It's just come down. Same sort of company. You could choose Pepsi, Coca-Cola. Martyn chosen Coca-Cola. I would probably also choose Coca-Cola, not only because of the company, but also because of the technicals. But as you can see, it's doing the same thing, and it's coming back into these levels of support. Maybe Pepsi has a bit further to fall, but you can see it's exactly as Martyn said. It's not a Coca-Cola based company. Something's gone wrong. They've poisoned someone or something like that. It's just the stock. It's just not just the stock. It's just what type of investment it is, right? I shouldn't be muted, Tiro. I'm not muted, so please do check your make sure your volume's on. Okay, it's back. Okay. Not sure what happened, but I think it should be playing. Anyway, I think we're going to. Martyn says, "Thank you, Sensei, for your show today. I'm excited about the markets opening in 2.5 hours. Yes, you have access to trading much before we do. I think I'll be able to actually see where the. Yeah, I'll probably be able to see it in 15, 25 minutes, something like that. 25 minutes. But yeah, it'll be exciting. We'll be here tomorrow to see it live. We'll see what happens overnight, but it'll be good. I don't need to be live to see where it opens, because we'll be able to see how it settles for the morning. But let's see how it unfolds. It's going to be a volatile week, so do join me tomorrow. We will be covering it all live. We'll see if there's any other breaking news overnight. Thank you, Martyn, for being here as well, and thanks for all your comments. It's very interesting, and thank you for everyone else being here. Congratulations, Craig, for winning the live stream. Let's put the ending music on. Is there any other breaking news with this? Just in, reports of the Israeli Defense Force targeting a location in the vicinity of Rabat College in Gaza City. Yeah, I'm not going to show you the scenes because it just doesn't look brilliant. It's just more missile strikes. Yeah, we'll see how it unfolds. We're not wishing for a war at all. I mean, they are at war, but we don't want a bigger war. We don't want a big Middle Eastern war. We don't want the US getting involved too much. We just want peace. Thank you all for being here. We did end up with, let me see how many likes we got. If you haven't hit the like, you do still have a chance before we end the stream. We end up with 27 likes, so thank you all for the likes. That's a good number. We did have a low watch level today, but I think it's Sunday night. I've been off, we haven't marketed at this point, so we'll be back tomorrow with the main show, the opening and closing bell. I look forward to that. Let's see what else is. Any other comments? Look forward to seeing you in the morning. Thank you, Martyn. James 007, thank you for the live show, Sensei. No problem at all. Nothing wrong with a quiet show. It just means everyone has a bigger say on what they want to see. See you on the next show. Thank you to your role. We'll see you tomorrow. We will be live tomorrow. We'll wait for the music to finish. Yes, we will be covering the news as well tomorrow, because it will be, I think the UN was meeting today about the war, so we'll see how that's going to unfold. Okay, yeah. Bitcoin hasn't reacted very bigly either, so we'll see it tomorrow. Okay, thanks everyone. Take care of yourself, take care of your crypto, take care of your stocks, take care of your, each other, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.